Hello, my friends. Kurt Bauman here. Welcome to another episode of Music in the Stars. In this video, we're going to talk about everyone's favorite Mercury going retrograde, April 2nd. Let's look. All right, so the first thing we need to do is we need to understand who is Mercury in this great pantheon of archetypal energies that are happening out there. Mercury, communication, intellect, logic, thoughts, how we interact with one another in a very conscious way. That is who Mercury is. So it's in the sign of Aries right now. Fire, right? Aries is cardinal fire ruled by Mars. Energy, pushing forward, moving outward, the urge to express, to move, to go. So all this energy right now is happening to the mind, to the intellect, to the logic. So our thoughts are going to be moving quickly. However, enter retrograde. So it's not outward, it's an inward movement. So all of this energy that wants to express, push, move, go, has these reins on it, holding it back, pulling it inward. It could be kind of frustrating. Watch that as these next 3 weeks unfold. Frustrations, irritations could come up with that. So this is the beauty of astrology. It's good to be aware. It's good to know sort of what's going on out there, how it might affect us. So this is a time to flip it, look inward, reassess, re-envision, rewire. All the re's out there, any re that you can think of is applicable at this moment in time. One thing in particular that is very interesting that I find about this Mercury retrograde is on the 8th, during the eclipse, it's going to be conjunct the Sun, conjunct Chiron, conjunct the North Node, conjunct the Moon. We have a stellium of planets together in Aries during that eclipse. I'm going to go deeper into that on my next video, which will be solely about the solar eclipse. But right now, let's keep it at Mercury retrograde conjunct all of these planets. Chiron, the wounded healer, that part in ourself that has experienced trauma. It could be from this life, it could be from other lives if we believe in such things, or if anything, within our DNA, within our ancestral ray. Chiron gives us an opportunity to look at those wounds. It's in Aries right now, conjunct Mercury retrograde. So we can use this. This is actually perfect in the sense of going within, using that vision, using that way of communicating with ourself, moving that outward expressive Aries energy that wants to connect. But we're going to connect inward. We're going to connect with our wounds. We're going to connect with our own traumas. We're going to use this as an opportunity to evolve and grow. Enter now the North Node, also conjunct Chiron, also conjunct the Sun, also conjunct Mercury. Conjunctions mean that these planets are literally working in harmony, in conjunction with one another. And I say planet, the North Node is not a planet. However, it's the point in the heavens where the moon and the sun, the ecliptic point where those two meet, they create these energetic areas that influence us. The North Node represents areas in our lives that need work, that need attention, that require our energy in order to evolve and grow. So again, connect that to Mercury retrograde, connect that to Chiron. This is a fantastic time for us to actually use our mind and our intellect and how we communicate and how we use our logic, our conscious energy to go into these places to evolve and to grow. So this is how, me personally, I would suggest using the next 3 weeks. Don't fight Mercury retrograde. Don't fight that energy that wants to go out, that wants to push, that wants to be in the world. Of course you can do that. Again, I always like to say astrology is not so black and white, but energetically there are going to be those reins, some things that are going to want to pull you in, hold you back. Instead, surf that wave, go with that. Go within. Ride that into those areas of life that are asking you to reassess, to re-look, re-envision of who you are, your sense of purpose, your sense of being in this world, in this life. It's a time for reassessment with that. And I'm going to talk more about that with the solar eclipse. However, it is worth mentioning Mercury being conjunct to the sun. The sun always represents our central core self of who we are. The vital nature of our essence, of our being. Mercury is going to be conjunct on that. So our mind is really on that. Our mind is really focused on who it is that we truly are. But it's great because it's not moving outward on that. It gives us an opportunity to look inward and check that out and really ask ourselves, is this me now where I'm at in my life? Is this in harmony? Are we really, truly working in conjunction with one another? Great opportunity for that. I also want to put out there that this is a time just to relax, chill. Again, don't fight. Be patient with yourself. Reorganize your life. These are the ways that we move through things like Mercury in retrograde. One more conjunction that I want to bring up is the conjunction with the moon, feelings, emotions, our sense of nurturing, our sense of caring. The moon will also be conjunct Mercury during that time of the eclipse. So many emotions are going to be stirred up. I'm very curious, and I intuitively feel like this coming eclipse is very powerful. It's very unique, and it's going to move us and shift us on a core level, an emotional level, reaching deep into our psyche, into our soul, asking us to evolve and to grow. But yet now look, I'm getting into my next video. Hold that thought. We'll get into that. At this point, I think I've covered enough about Mercury in retrograde. I hope that all makes sense for you. Hope it inspires you to do all of the re's, to rewire yourself, reconnect with your truth. And I hope you sail through it with zero troubles at all. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm going to be recording all kinds of astrological content coming up for you. And thank you so much.